Hey everyone, welcome to Holistic Lifestyle Tips, Getting Real About the Woo Woo. I am Becky Russell, owner of wellness company Hope Essential, and I am a holistic lifestyle educator. And that means I believe in treating the entire body, mind, body, and soul from the inside out and not just treating symptoms. And I also believe that if you hope to have a quality of life as you age, you must limit the amount of chemicals you put on and in your body. And that's why when I found doTERRA essential oils 5 years ago, they were a perfect fit for my lifestyle. And I love to educate people on the oils and holistic modalities because I truly believe if, you know, people, you don't know what you don't know. And so I want to educate them. They have choices. And I saw what happens when you don't make the better choices. And it was very hard to watch loved ones leave too soon and also have a poor quality of life before they left us. And so I don't want that for me or anyone else. So I'm very passionate about sharing what I've learned on this journey. And so every week I do a 10-minute or so segment on all these different holistic modalities and just a holistic lifestyle, how you take care of your whole body. So we alternate between physical, emotional, and spiritual. This is week number 18, and we're going to focus on the emotional wellness tonight. And it is a topic that is so close to me. I am so it changed my life. It's about a book, and it is called Personality Plus, and it is by Florence Latour. And it's been updated how many times? It has a whole different cover now and so forth, and I think maybe even another name. But this was the original that I received as a gift from a neighbor, Robin Crago. Thank you so much. And she actually bought it for me to think I could use it for my writing to develop characters and understand that better. But it truly changed my life. And so, what is a temperament? Because honestly, and before I found this book, I don't know that I had heard that word before. And so, just for a technical definition, uh, in psychology, temperament broadly refers to consistent individual differences in behavior that are biologically based and are relatively independent of learning. So basically, a person's nature, it's how you're wired. And uh, this just was very invaluable to me because I was the odd one out in my family growing up. So to understand this was very helpful. So the four temperaments are the sanguine, who is the talker. And as I'm going through all these, just sort of think which one you are, because there's a quiz in the book, but honestly, you can probably tell just from the little snippets, maybe what you are. And the message in the book is beautiful. It's a Christian-based book, and it really focuses on how we are all blends of these temperaments. No one temperament is better or more important than the other. And that's a huge, powerful, positive message. So, and how boring would it be if we were all alike? So, but a sanguine is the talker. They are they're enthusiastic and active and social. They also can be a little forgetful and impulsive, and they are easily forgiving. And so there's a mix of, we all have strengths and weaknesses. The doer is the choleric temperament, and they are efficient and confident and also demanding and short-tempered, but they're leaders, and can be bossy. Um, but they're typically the ones in charge, and into the details as well. And then there's the thinker, the melancholic, and they are analytical, quiet, wise, perfectionist, creative, and all the creative and the perfectionism is a dangerous combination sometimes. And that's why you see a lot of artists dealing with addictions, because of the melancholics are very sensitive as well. So if you have that drive to be perfect and that creative part of you that has to learn your craft, or you care so much, it can really be a tough combination there. Um, but there's also beautiful, we love our creatives, right? And then the watchers are the phlegmatics, and they are relaxed and peaceful, accepting, but also passive, and can just maybe a little unambitious. So again, all and very non-confrontational. So you can find a lot of passive aggressive behavior in that, and but so relaxing to be around. So we are all a blend. It's just we have more of one, less of another, inside us. And uh, why is it important? Why should we know what temperament we are ourselves, and why do we care what temperament anyone else is? Well, because if you have that self-awareness, like me, knowing I'm a melancholic, and that I have those, and that I'm sensitive, um, it was such a relief to me as I got older and more confident that I could let go of some of that seriousness. So I kid that I was born an old soul, but I was, and I had the weight of the world on my shoulders until I got older and wiser and understood things better and got some of that confidence, and was able to learn to laugh at myself and not take me or the world so seriously. And now I'm still probably more serious than a lot of people, but for me, there was a big shift there. Um, and so I need to understand who I am, and also then to understand others who, a lot of times sanguines they're quick to agree to help with something because they want to be included. They love being the center of attention, and they're people pleasers. But because they're not detail oriented, they didn't look at their calendar first, and they realize too late that they can't keep that commitment. And someone who's very detail oriented is going to get frustrated with that person, because how could you not look at your calendar? But if you are aware of the temperaments and you understand that, then when that sanguine says, yes, yes, I'll help, then you'll say, okay, well, look at your calendar right now and tell me you're free. So there's a tolerance, there's a empathy, compassion, understanding, and a realistic expectations when you understand what someone's strengths and weaknesses are. And you may have been doing that anyway and just didn't have a name for it. So, and I'll just relate a personal experience for me, in that my mother was a sanguine choleric, and she was the type that always wanted people around her, and to be alone was punishment for her. So she had no idea what to do with this sensitive, quiet child. And she worried and thought something was wrong, and consequently made me feel like something was wrong. And so if there had been that awareness that I'm okay just the way I am, then there wouldn't have been that constant struggle to change me or make me feel like I should change. So when I got this book and I read in there other melancholics talking about how grateful they were for this piece of work, this book, because they grew up constantly being asked, what's wrong? Are you okay? I can't tell if you're happy or sad. How come you're not smiling? And those are all things I heard growing up as well. And so to hear that there were other people out there like me was so, so validating, I guess, and reassuring. And that I was okay and there was nothing wrong with me the way I was. So if you especially know a sensitive, melancholic person, I think this book would be a life-changing thing. And if you're a parent who is not melancholic and you really don't understand, um, how that child is wired, then this might be very helpful. And as a teacher, I think every teacher should read this. Every parent, I mean, I think everyone would benefit from this. So, and what's funny too is as you take the quiz, how you take the quiz reflects your temperament. So it's a lot of fun. I love it. And I hope you got something out of this tonight. I would love to hear in the comments below if what your takeaway is, what temperament you think you are, and how this might be helpful to you, or if you already use it in your life. And also, if you want to have more in-depth um, discussion on this, I will be speaking at the Professional Women's Networking Dinner next Tuesday, the 12th, 6 p.m. In Kingsport at Main Street Pizza. So if you are a lady that lives in the Tri-Cities, come join us. So till next time, choose you, choose natural, choose now.